My wife was a kind-hearted, lovely soul. I've never met someone so fun-loving and responsible at the same time. She was the one to make our home lively and full of energy. I believe Lucille is in a better place now, watching over all of us. May she rest in peace. After the eulogy of his wife's funeral, Albert sat next to his daughter, Angela. She fiddled with her handkerchief anxiously. "It's going to be all right, Angel," he said, barely able to hold in the grief and sorrow himself. Albert wiped his tears. "You're the only memory of her I have now." "Keep it together, Albert. You have to be stronger than this." "I know what you're worried about. Angela is a strong young woman. Lucille has brought her up with good values and morals. Everything will be fine." "Dear, you have a long way to go. Your mother is not here, but you have to continue her legacy. You have no reason to feel lonely, child. Always remember, she's watching over you. Live a life that will make her proud." A woman walked up to Angela and patted her back. "Angela, if you ever think you need someone to talk to, you know your Aunt Mabel is here." After the funeral ceremony, Angela and her father returned home. Angela went to her room and called her boyfriend Johnny. She needed to get everything off her mind. "Hey, just got back from the funeral. How was it? Are you okay?" "It was awkward. All these relatives surrounding you, pressurizing you. I don't even know Aunt Mabel. This woman wouldn't stop talking to me. She was probably just trying to cheer you up. All I need is some time to myself, or maybe with you. Can you come over? Are you sure? What if we get caught?" "It's not like we're doing anything bad, Johnny. My dad's not going to know, and my mom, well, I don't have a mom anymore." "Hey, don't break down. I'll be there. Keep the window opened." Angela suddenly heard her door creak. She got a little nervous, assuming her father had overheard her. No, it was just the wind. At around 7, Angela went to check up on him. He was sitting in his armchair, looking through old albums. "Dad, you want to order food?" "That's all right, Angel. I'm not in the mood to eat. Why don't you order for yourself?" "It's okay. I'll just put together a PBJ." Angela didn't even bother turning on the lights. She took out the jar of jelly in the kitchen and placed it onto the counter as she pulled out the bread. She grabbed a plate and started making her sandwich. When she felt a cool touch on her shoulder. "Dad, you want me to make you one?" she said as she turned around. Angela suddenly froze. There was no one behind her, but Angela was sure she felt a touch. Unable to get rid of that strange feeling, she anxiously stuffed everything inside the fridge and hurried back to her room. As much as she tried to find a rational explanation to what she just experienced, she couldn't. Did things really happen like this? Could it be her mother's presence around her, watching over her? No, that's ridiculous. As she sat roaming in her thoughts, she heard a knock on her window. "Johnny, it's a good thing you came. I was starting to get spooked out by myself." "Why? What happened?" "Everybody at the funeral was saying my mother is still with me, watching over me. I thought I felt a hand touch me, and there was no one there." "Are you serious, Angela? Don't think about all those relatives. Come on, let's read a book." "Read a book? Don't tell me you joined some crazy club too." All right, we won't read a book. How about the latest version of BII Theft Auto and a load of candy until we have a sugar rush?" "Oh, you're so bad." After a fun night, Angela fell asleep really late. However, she woke up startled to the sound of the piano playing in the living room. She sat up a little uncomfortable. It was 5 a.m. This was the same melody her mother used to play. No, this wasn't happening again. Was Angela still dreaming? Hallucinating? She anxiously walked down the hall, peeking into the living room. "Angel, I was just not thinking about you. What happened? You don't look all right." Angela let out a deep breath. It was only her father playing the piano. "It's nothing, Dad. I keep getting the strange feeling like Mom is still around." "It happens when you lose a loved one, dear. It's the wish to fill in that empty space." "No, Dad, this is different." "Angel, it's the same for both you and me. I've been feeling the same way. It's just your mind that wants her to be around. But the truth is, she's not. But she's in a better place now, in heaven." "Yes, Dad." Angela got herself prepared for school. She wore her stockings, her long skirt, buttoned up her shirt to the very top, and pulled her hair back into a pony. The way her mother dressed her when she was younger, the way her parents approved over all these years. Decent and modest. Angela grew up in a conservative family, and this was like second nature for her. She looked into the mirror for a while and sighed before she unbuttoned one of the buttons. Better. Angela swiftly turned, seeing the curtains move behind her. What was that? The windows were closed. Becoming anxious again, she hurried out to find Johnny waiting for her down the street. They walked to school together every morning, and he dropped her off every afternoon. "What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost. That sugar was intense last night, wasn't it?" "It's not even a joke anymore, Johnny. I've been feeling strange ever since my mother passed away. It's freaking me out." "You're probably just paranoid about getting caught. And at this point, so am I, 'cause I see your dad walking out on the lawn." "Then what are you waiting for? Run, Johnny!" When Angela returned home, she found her father cleaning up the house. She put down her bag and decided to help him out. She then went to her room and started her homework, but soon dozed off. It was some time later that Angela started to shiver in the cold. Too lazy to get up, she patted her bed for the blanket. Feeling a little lightheaded from the drowsiness, she kept tossing and turning until she suddenly felt a cool, relaxing stroke through her hair. At first, she thought she was dreaming, half asleep and half awake, until she came to her senses and jumped up, horrified by these shadows that spread across her room as the sun set outside. She turned on the light, paranoid like a little child as she looked around. Obviously, there was no one or no thing, but Angela started to believe, was it really her? Her mother? Not knowing what to do, she went to speak to her father. "Sorry, sweetheart, dinner isn't ready yet. I honestly don't know what I cooked, so bear with me." "It's all right, Dad. I wasn't hungry anyway. I just wanted to talk to you." "Why do you have dark circles, Angel? You haven't been able to sleep, have you?" "I want to, Dad, but I can't. I told you already. I feel like Mom is here. It's not in my mind. I feel her touch. I see things move. I feel a presence around me and it's stressing me out, Dad. I want this to stop." "Sweetheart, you're just missing her, and I'm missing her too. But we have to learn how to move on," Albert sighed. "I know it's tough, but once you move on and get used to life without her, it will stop." Over the next week, Angela tried to rationalize every strange feeling and every bizarre experience she had. At best, it was a coincidence, she told herself. But deep down inside, she became all the more paranoid. The only moments of relief she had was with Johnny. If he didn't come over on those horrible nights, Angela didn't know how she would make it to morning. "I'll see you tomorrow, okay, babe? I love you." "I love you too, Johnny. I wish you could stay. It's like whenever you leave, I start imagining these things again. Like there's something here." "Just close your eyes and try to relax. I gotta go, Angela." Angela laid down in bed. She had been sleeping with the lights on for the past few days. She tried telling her father, but of course he wouldn't listen. Angela knew he was probably right anyway. It was in her mind. She took in a deep breath and flipped off the switch and soon fell asleep. But it wasn't before long that Angela woke up anxious again. She was startled seeing something by the edge of her bed. Angela turned on her lamp. Her room was empty. but when she turned the light off again, she could clearly see this figure standing there. Her heartbeat started to race to the point she felt like it would leap out of her throat. She closed her eyes, trying to ignore what she saw, but every second in the room now petrified her. Angela couldn't take it anymore. She opened her eyes, seeing the figure approaching her. That's when she finally cried out, "Mom, no, forgive me. I know what I did was wrong. Forgive me, Mom." When Lucille and Albert found out they were to have a child, they were overjoyed. They were part of a conservative, pro-family group and were very religious. They believed and followed a traditional monogamous family lifestyle, and they dreamed of raising this child of theirs, teaching her about ethics and morally guiding her every step of the way. When their daughter was born, they named her Angela, knowing that their daughter would be as beautiful and modest, just like that of an angel. They brought her up with strict rules and regulations of what they approved and what they didn't approve. Belonging to a conservative pro-family group, they swore to protect their child from obscenity and exploitation. Both parents advocated virtuousness, decency, and modesty, and most importantly, abstinence. In this group, youngsters grew up imbued with a responsible attitude towards engaging with the opposite gender and its implications. They were taught to build a personal relationship with the Lord, who did not accept those who made themselves impure. Angela had grown up attending special abstinence education programs and weekend preachings with her parents. She was disciplined for the simplest things, like sitting down for dinner before saying her prayers, or going out with friends where there happened to also be boys, or sometimes even if she happened to speak with a boy in an overly friendly manner. Angela dear, you must save your body, and by doing so, you're saving your soul, because mating should only occur within the confines of marriage. You must keep your soul pure from all these filth. When Angela turned 13, she took her abstinence pledge at a grand gathering of like-minded people. Her mother celebrated the occasion. From this day forward, I, Angela Lavard, in the presence of all these witnesses, vow to choose abstinence, believing that true love will come one day. I make a commitment to the Lord, myself, and my future mate to remain pure until the day I enter marriage. What Lucille didn't realize was that she was imposing her way of life on her daughter. The parents were overly strict about their choices and beliefs. No, Angela, straight, your posture should be upright at all times. No, Angela, how ridiculous do you look? You can't wear this. Abstinence will make you stronger, Angela. Don't listen to others who say otherwise. In fact, it's easier than moderation. It's reasonable. It's the best way, and you, my child, must follow it. No, 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 Angela, no. Over the years, Angela started to get fed up with this strict lifestyle. She started to feel suffocated and began to let loose. All she wanted to do was lead a normal life like a normal teenager. That's when she met a boy named Johnny. They started to hang out and soon started to fall for each other, but Angela didn't want to go against her mother. And at the same time, she didn't want to live this kind of life she advocated. Mom, there's something I need to tell you. So Angela told her mother how she felt, but her mother didn't take it well. Angela, I am so disappointed with you. You didn't have to go behind my back. How could you do such a thing? This boy is not even worth your standards. How dare you come to this house? Do your parents teach you no shame, or do they have no shame themselves? Leave from here, and if I ever see you near my daughter again, how shameless this young man has to be to put his eyes on my daughter. Mom, don't speak to him like that. He's not what you're thinking. Lucille insulted her daughter's boyfriend harshly, so much so that a few neighbors had started looking. Angela was heartbroken. She really liked Johnny, and Johnny was a good guy. She wanted freedom from all of this, and deep down inside, she was enraged at her mother for how she treated him, and soon enough, she started to become rebellious and vengeful. Angela began tampering with her mother's medication that she took on a regular basis for her heart disease, slowly poisoning her and slowly killing her until one day, her mother collapsed to the floor, suffering a fatal stroke. Angela was heartbroken when her mother passed away. However, for the first time, she felt free. But was she really free? It was in the middle of the night that Albert heard his daughter scream, "Mom, no! Mom, no!" Albert was worried sick seeing his daughter senseless on the floor. Angela regained her consciousness some hours later to find her father beside her. "Angel, what happened to you? Are you okay? Did you see a bad dream?" "No, Dad. I'm okay. Everything will be fine now." Ever since that day, things suddenly became normal and Angela continued on with her life. "Angel, my dear, I called you here to speak to you about something." "What is it, Dad?" "Daughter, perhaps these are my last days with you. Once I'm gone, you'll be all alone. It's been long years since you've become free from your abstinence pledge. Will you not get married, start a new life, build a family?" "No, Dad, I've taken another pledge." "What is that, dear?" "I'll live the rest of my life in abstinence. I've taken the vow of celibacy." Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.